Yeah, I said my baby. Set my baby.
Oh, who are there?
Jamia don't want that chair.
The campaign ni koye on.
Ekoye papa. Ya jigana nyina dia ya challenge. The baby we could be SM sense na.
SM baby.
Baby.
Inti by evening on the 16th of July, I would be talking to the next National Youth Organizer.
Inshallah. By the grace of God. We from here. National Youth Organizer to say, now so mini hobby, me who ya pa. That's right. Now they are Akano, they are twice.
Now they are twice.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right.
It's a day in amount this level of confidence, Salam.
Obi, me dasi. Me shall say no. Ma min che utie fo nyina ene ahwefo. Me who say eja we Facebook live. E kube bia. That's right. We show us so there. Hey. Shows mu nyina boss ni because the bia ko bia Ekosiisen e wo ho me say ewia ebotu na man tiri to Ekosiisen a obo say as
baby afri
as mo ko bi na ya dey sheme wa sheme nia Ekosiisen and mami ba aba so questions are will be incisive, educative, probing, intelligent. Obi, you have a contribution to make to the development of this country. And we platform we Bakwa with the Pia on my way development yes, and quickly Obi Minia Sami Jenfi. What can I say be more demonstration and any violent 2015 you collect my vote count demonstration. Organizers na make humbi.
Okay.
Na ye di agreed route no kwa no. Police for to share so eboyen around the Christ the King's Cathedral. Mr. Ye hum gabi osari ochedako. Omuni me pa say but ye yima ehwe no. Ye yima ehwe no. I want to chew the same rubber bullets, tear gas. Emma Baku ebo the late Justice Ajakuma eni neni e pai wo ho. Later on, Ofimu out of complications of the loss of eye. Inti ne se obaha and you're pretending that one instigate will support us and your followers to go and cause mayhem. Our police forces are responding. Then you are not being realistic and fair. Because you won't be that. You should have condemned the SC 2015, no? Say, you're boying at Christ the King. Man, today, say, if police for a repeat here, then it is the same condemnation you are going to give. That you don't appropriate and reprobate at the same time. You don't come and sit here, near one panel, and no end of condemning. All the way, we shall send your mushas here with the demonstration. We will say, now, a dream, probably at a say we want to upstage the system. We want to cause mayhem. We want to cause chaos. From omu reaction. I'm a crofokra, armed. Omkita tuo fully loaded. Say, and yet, on my before, I don't understand. Sir, all of a sudden, demeanor, from the opposition. Now you opposition, you behave as a more. Yanka say because you opposition inti on my way engu nya ye from Munchaino. But by the grace of God, on my way, it will continue to live to the glory of God. And I can promise the NDC as the National Youth Organizer of the new patriotic party, me say we will resist every single attempt. If this is the attitude, I'm going to be back for the 2024 election. Me, my crowd say I will lead my youth for a swift, precise, and an appropriate response. I'm being filming. Yes, because at the end of the ball, you found to for Yambobi. What does it?
Fair play.
Fair play. But what the cost and all tactics apply. What I say, all taxes apply. It is one penny, sir. No percent ball. Nobody scared. They be a mekase. Obi, me no na woman me na it is do that. Don't feel say We wait me intimidate that approach. Enye juma. And this one they should take it. It will not work. Better they change a strategy. About one and not counting bullets. And better they realize that if it's about violence, then they will not win the next elections because we will repel it. We will repel it. They will see it in the 2024 elections. They shouldn't try it. And they should not dare it. Because we're also preparing for it.
But the point is, for you as a government in power, you have an onerous responsibility.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, if
maybe
things,
MPP knew.
Yes. If things degenerate,
maybe a party new.
No, that's a party.
Yes.
Party in the
party in the elections.
Yes. Yes.
I have responsibility to protect my people. What just here? So if you maim somebody, I will maim another person in the NDC.
No, but that is not the way to go.
So they shouldn't try it. And I'm saying ball on the ember form. Then you know your Bobby. But when the problem, there will be a problem. So put it on the ground. What is this? Did you see the stoning? And the police for no 777 Jimmy and on the trash professor I started a bomb shoot if you don't provoke them. So you don't go out the very mentality when they share demonstration as you want to foist it on people. You don't do that. I don't say for the next elections. So they shouldn't try it. And they should not dare it. And yes, it will not go well. So they should not try this approach at all. It is counting of ballots, a contest of ideas. Near Ghana for at the end of the day, you cannot say that the sovereign will of Ghanaians does not count. Party be in Ghana for best sign line. Near to Abama. That was the would their womb coffee. Ube coffee. Now you are to no baby idea. That is it. And to trust them. It's not say a fatu and a yebo. As at the end of the Seneca, Yebeko Mali style. No. And our Mutuana will be an soldier for 5 to no more could but we don't go like that. Ghana here since 1992, yeah, Trabasa till this very date. What does here? And it's going to continue like that. If you lose, you lose. You win, you win. And we have done it over the last period. It has worked. I don't know what is causing this level of a reaction. Former President John Mahama, I said, when it comes to violence, nobody beats the NDC to it. Just say, am I happy? Say, am I try someone to a violent party? It will not work. You don't use violence to win elections. That's when they're engaged.
For now, before you become the national youth organizer of your party, to implement or plans, including matching the NDC boot for boot, you need to scale a hurdle. Elections are so on the 16th of next month. Mibusa say, Edikan moye balloting. What that number saying?
With the number 2.
Number 2 on the ballot paper.
Yeah, too sure.
Okay, number 2 on the ballot paper. In the Mibusa, so we studio, I could see confidence.
Yes.
And then I'm why this confidence.
Obi my ejuma. My campaign. Across all the 16 regions. The level of campaign am I grow. I've gone everywhere. Many youth organizers and deputies, test confor, yatanasi, yasinkonya, my campaigning. Or my Jimmy message too, because I've gone with a concise and a precise message. I've gone to them. I've been there with them. So say me confidence. Nyame hu form and no and my confidence say nyame chadie say ye be share sports stadium or Hinijan sports stadium nyame chadie youth organizers and deputies test conform or better about me to become the national youth organizer of the party. Energy dey me wapa and then my confidence. Minimum party for especially youth no. On better about on better about I want to mouse so on me everyone who say near way there and koye mame except say won't tiasie. And a juma mini on my year over the period. Me started a year juma my youth wing way since 2010. And I'm your youth wing. My year juma sa telling. Inti minim senior esiko. Na mi wo Kumasi Sports Baba Yara Sports Stadium. Ho and I to Anthony Abayefa Cabo Swap. Yes, and he became National Youth Organizer. I was there. Inti minim senior elections esiko. So we didn't kunima, you know. And by the grace of God, you know, kakra party for no, youth organizers and deputies, TESCOM for diaspora for no. Omo say, I am indeed the best candidate to lead the youth wing into the 2024 elections.
And some have said, so when the delegates in so delay, you have to be careful because for every candidate or online, so no, they would give you the assurance say a better and all of that. But on the D-Day, when you voting booth anymore, between on and young couple.
No correct.
Yes. There were a set of youth organizers and deputies are no more. Because at the time, no constituency elections and the regional elections. No. Constituency and regional elections. No. The new set of executives are Abano. Are you still confident that there are people who will still vote for you?
Absolutely. My confidence ain't called from. Sa confidence and I'm your time I make sure the same confidence and I'm your CCR.
Even after elections,
you know. Because Nyoma Kono, any Nyoma only a party for
Asempa FM.
Bebre no, boys are minimum age, minimum. And my court round, I show me na. Obi my court regions back 16. My court show mo. Minimum ye sinkunya ya bonko mo bebre. My campaign ya meet me aye. Me da show mo. O matini amaye. O menhuni amaye. Into omo jimidi. Say ye do 2 minimum ya meet me aye. And no any driving force. Say where ayobi awaye bida. Because I've been deputy national youth organizer of the party. Young NFR party with opposition. Ediba government. Send a boy youth now in 2016. I yet me win in Sabano. Me Samuel could Dominic Dia. Me humbi. Na me kahumbi. So I know the road. What do I say? And party for no or munim. My one for bebre. Those, you know, with jobs, scholarships, and other opportunities. And party for a lot of them know me. I'm a selfless person. What I can do to help on any day, I'll help. And that is the story that is selling me that this person is a good person. And it's what has become the driving force of my campaign. Testimonial, you know, the mommy. Because sometimes it's me, Efrobi, by the time I say, oh, make a sanche. We adi one dance ya chremi. And no say 1 year juma won't me enya sa adensidie no. So to get such level of attestation, no, it means that you have done something real on the ground. And so Obi, yes, I say campaign way over 2 years now. Danka and yes yeah, Timi aye bibi esombo by now they danka I'm sure yeah attacks are abani pasoro I'm sure banana come yefim but still you know painting party for no so do still AGD omonim nya yebetimi aye. And I believe that the delegates that your special delegates no enim yeah nyina ye gina no ne obetimi ejuma no. And I trust in their judgment. So ombeyi obia who best fits and represents the entire young people of the New Patriotic Party. And I trust them to do exactly so by picking the very best amongst Yana Yeko for National Youth Organization to represent the youth wing of the party.
The youth wing of the party.
Yes.
I remember in 2018, before Koforidia, that election was, in fact, even starting from the campaign, they are very competitive. The Nanabi Dominic Dua election, very, very tight. And then also, from day one, Omonitaya, you could see, say, a 2-horse race between Nana B and Dominic Edia. This time, normally 4. Into yourself, Pope, Abanga, and a Kamal Guma. The competition this year might even be more than the Nana B Dominic Edia, because this year, as of 2-horse race, and Guma looks solid. Pope looks solid, Abanga looks solid, and you look very, very solid. Of the 4, why in amount the most threat? Because Charlie, me sheni pa 4 you mo be are good. But kwa we the man sheni ya obehame.
Obi, Ukrainian, yes, these are all friends and brothers of mine. Me no munyina. Omunyina ya madam fofo. Ya ye juma febre together. Minimum munyina.
Yes.
Me jidi ani say race you can tell that SM is way ahead of in this contest. Okofoma. Okay. Nia Oma tough contest there. I won't know. Nia, I am interested in say my message sinks and I get Duduano to believe in my vision. And vote for me. To lead the youth wing. I know, Ejuma, me kofoma, me koye bad. Ni odi mechi, adentina maybe, or your second place at media. Enye adia mache that train, margin, but me no munyina. They are all friends of mine. Omi MPP, me munu papa. And I say that we are all competent people running, but the best person to lead at this particular moment, to represent the entire youth of the party. But a case here to say breaking the 8, it is me, it is Salam Mustapha.
Salam Mustapha.
Who can do the job. Because my yebida, I've been where I'm trying to go. I've been the deputy national youth organizer. Obi, I am the most experienced person running for the position. Me experience. Obia, me me a contest position now. Obi ain't me catch saying experience a chair media. Obi ain't me. But I can have an open debate on it. I'm prepared for it. National Youth Wing. Nabet national
but some of them have been regional youth organizers.
As national youth organizer, you manage 16 regions, not
all
one.
All the regions.
Not one. 300 TESCON institutions. 27 foreign branches. Your foreign branches, most of their programs, Mako. Almost every TESCOM program, Mako, and now some Menkasa me and Kwa, Miss Mama, it is not the case. When person make campaigners, and I may say, who or GDSL experience media, you come and sit here.
And let's debate.
And let's debate it. And let's all pull, bring, the track record, the issues to the bear, and we'll see who will stand tall. So I bring on board experience. I'm a senior this youth wing working under Abaifa Kabo, Sami picking me as deputy national youth organizer, and working within Nanabi's national youth wing. Because program be a my hobby. Program be anyone Nanabi I am me koho. Every program I have been there, invited or not, me ko. On my own, 2020, Miami Fameka, Eto Fuel, Egumu, pick my own logistics, echo different constituencies in different regions, echo here campaign. Because now, candidates are more, I went to Kade to campaign for Alex Ejari, PC. Because Sogakope in the Volta region, echo here campaign. Because New Job in South, echo here campaign. Meet me constituencies bebre Mikomiang in the northern region because the person running for the position there was a young guy. I think he's one of the youngest in parliament. Aziz Ayaba. Miko Tolong, currently the MP there is the deputy majority chief whip. Abujina Post constituency, Damango. Today we have produced a fine, intelligent, smart, fiery young man as an MP for Damango. Abujinapo, brilliant guy. Smart, sharp. And look at his performance. A stellar performance he's putting up in parliament. and so many others. And I know I am my own in Miami own initiative I here because now you are youth wing, we selected constituencies that had young people as parliamentary candidates and helped. Some of the parliamentary candidates, some of the young people who stood for primaries, I supported them. No more primaries. Because for me, it was the natural thing to do as a young man. If I'm in a position to help my colleague young people to also rise. And then I'm more parliament. You understand? So being national youth organizer, and yes, a position but you should bring on board something. And we share the critical stage share this behavior NDC for airport up. Who do you trust with the youth wing? Say, obey me, SC, youth winger, Ejina ho painting say bo NDC for twa bibia. Say Bejina ho say bo, and I Bejina ho say osono. I am the one who built such a youth wing, a bold, fearless, capable to strong youth wing that would deliver another victory for the new patriotic party and also look for opportunities for the young people in the party. It must be two ways. Yeah, boys, Now yeah, party no so account. The boys, the ladies and men in the youth wings, see, and shut down your boys brigade because almost across the country, me were two constituency youth organizers. Sewakoto, Ablekuma North, and Yvonne Gomwa East. She's also a lady. They ran and won on their own merits. Any bebre na mana ye as deputies, Menchia Saf, Karo or Akos, Ewo Ewutu Senya East, and so many of them across the country. And I'm beginning to see a party that is growing because we share youth wing, senior AC corner, we say some changes, and I'm happy that I'm coming on board at this material moment, and I'll also contribute my quota to the development and further,
you've christened your campaign as the Youth Project.
Yes.
In SAR project, top 3 Nyoma Opesa Oyema NPP Youth Wing, what are the top 3 things you want to do for the NPP?
Resource the youth wing. Because a non panacea to breaking the 8. Resource the youth wing. Share Obi, yejuma we nyina esikasem. Yejuma we nyina esikasem. So boys we organize program we esikasem. Bibia ye bia esikasem. So we here national youth organizer or na homwa e was through a mobilizer to become a national youth organizer. So when you say was then you are in trouble. Me tell you say, oh, me dem you be bia you doing nation sir. I will me ko hwehwe bibia enfio be chen. Minia enye no kre. Donald Trump as a billionaire running for the president of the United States of America. Cry fundraisers. I just say nyama way be to take care of 275 constituencies, 16 regions. Meaning, nipa bakwasem, nipa bakwe any capacity. What the be say jumano? Nipa bako kra, nipa bakwe intiminye. That's why you must be a mobilizer. You should know how to mobilize and get resources into the youth wing. And that's what I bring on board this youth wing. I want to resource it. Senior boys in my programs. Every party now active because I want to run an active youth wing. A very operational one. I work from Ejuma, putting together memununo, to ensure that we get enough support base for the party. 2, I want to lead an aggressive mobilization, strategy. That will get more members for the party. Because if we don't win the next elections, say when you 1 billion, Obi, na party no lose elections, 1 billion ebesa. And by 4 or 5 months, now 1 billion no, na sa. So it's better for the party to be in office. Longevity in office than to say yanko pesika na yemma party no enko opposition. Any day menjin did that. So me, my own is to ensure that the party remains in office, because MPP, we're a political party. We are not a pressure group or credit union. And the responsibility, the first priority of every political party is to win elections. Into Yakono, the is how to win the next elections. We are not a credit union. So I will lead an aggressive mobilization for the party to ensure that.
But to be able to win elections, you have to mobilize. To do mobilization, here resources.
Yes.
And if you want to win the elections, indirectly, you have to resource the party and the party people.
Yes.
And any means would be resource a party should be welcome.
Yes.
If it's about getting businesses for the youth wing to run, and through that get resources, it should be welcome. And
exactly. And we share the youth project. I have said that we should encourage entrepreneurship in the party, in the youth wing. Youth organizers and deputies ebimo own businesses. One, we must find sustainable jobs for them. If not, let's establish them. What I say? So for me, every youth organizer or deputy should be well resourced. Their welfare is as important as the party breaking the 8. Because I'm more from Ayejuma. I'm youth now. And if you want them to do an effective job for you, make sure that so for me, resourcing them is key. Entrepreneurship is important. And that's why I'll be leading that conversation. Look, I wrote an article on it before. Me say the NPP is big enough a party to have its own internal investment fund. Business, you bet me as support you. So that when you have your business, you bring your proposal, we vet it, now but thank God there are other state agencies almost more into empowerment. You start NEP, you start. Yes, find a way, to resource the guys, the business idea, sell it to them, let them get involved in business and get them, resourceful. So all of these things are things that we need to do. You see, nyama realistic, doable, not highfalutin promises, be feasible. Oko from ba, oko sureba from cry, won't mean yet. And that's our bono, meaning shebi. Measure bois, meaning say, your fat coin way ABCD, it is easily done. And no enemy bois, the guys. So I'll find sustainable, jobs for them. No more businesses. We find support for the businesses. Those who also want to go into business, let's set them up. Let's help them set up their businesses. So that, because one thing I also believe that, about 6.7 million people voted for the New Patriotic Party. Party no, you're dorsum. So somehow, somewhat, entrepreneurship should become a part and parcel of the party. So that a bit more so that this disenchantment will come from your JSC coin and all that, we are able to have it under control. Because over the current voters register 70 million plus, Obi 10,729,000. We have total control of the voters register. So that's why helping the young people has become a matter of necessity. And that's what will lead us to break the 8. So two inseparable elements. The party must break the 8. I say former party, but we must also look at the circumstance, of the youth organizers and deputies. Any test conform we school send every page
Okay, and number one of the top 3 things I was aware, also you will resource the party. And number 2, and say you build an election winning machine for the party to win the next election. Number 3,
Number 3, Maka said, I want to empower my youth organizers and deputies, because it's key to me. It's key. Yeah, sometimes obi me fraw. Asema would be too enim no. Ebi ain't me carried you so. So taking care of them is as important as any other element as well. And I will lead all the step of the way. Meaning, we have a very sweet mother, the chief of staff, Mama Frema. She likes young people, and I believe that Ekosiisen say this is the state of the youth and the young people. Test for youth organizers and deputies, commanders, no. Baby, be home. Any penny for so I will lead the charge. Say, let's deal with it, because it is part of breaking the 8.
One of your opponents, Akase, he would want to change our status quo. The status quo where the youth wing would rely on the benevolence of party in Penyefo. And Yenko chief of staff for Yenko Sreno, Yenko vice president Honko Sreno, Yenko minister we Honko Sreno. He thinks a modern youth wing should not operate like that, and that a modern youth wing should take its destiny into its own hands. And he say Nioma Bia a buying opportunities that were created and almost bit might take advantage of. And he mentions community mining, for example. He mentions going into, say, the timber way and build a timber company. Or by Jackson or Sanka, into community mining or kind of timber or kind of bio. And 2 other business, say again? 2 other business ideas. And he thinks when that is done and done well, the youth wing will be resourceful, will be independent, and they will not need to be relying on appointees and some of our running youth wing. What do you say to that?
Unfortunately, I will not be tempted into going into Nyaobiaka.
Okay. Okay. But the idea of building an independent youth wing, a youth wing that is independently
if you know
resourceful.
Our youth wing and the way we run it, the youth wing is semi-autonomous.
Yes.
According to the statutes of the party, the youth wing is semi-autonomous. Okay. Mako other countries send around youth wing. I used to go for the Young Union in Germany, CDU for Mako America for the RNC, youth wing. Me who send running system. ANC
in South Africa.
Most parties youth wing are more decoupled from the mother party. But we share system running and share the any decoupled. And Obi. Okay, community miner, when you say here licenses.
Absolutely.
You have to go to the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. So don't tell me say Obia. Oh boy. And that's why you need to go back to those powers that be, the chief of staff, the ministers. Explain to them why here. Say yenye say. No more mouse no more mouse and say want me and 2 machines and see or say community mining. Yes, so you need them, and I have developed the youth project, a whole document, and I've taken my time to analyze youth wing. Senior, I say, part, one question maybe is that Obi, Ekosiisen company. Youth organizers and deputies, how many shareholders and how many board of directors? How many board of directors and how many shareholders? Obi, what was your So when I tell you that do things that are realistic, it should be realistic. It is good for us to empower the young people. And that's why I say that I have a whole committee on welfare for you for the youth wing. We are take your time and look at the situation of every youth organizer and deputy, any test conform, and design exactly what fits in. If we have to go to the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, hey, Mr. Guy, Abujina permitting, so I'm sorry, because he has shown me that Oye Obia who listens, and I know that if we go to him with compelling reasons, and we want license to do something, Obema, so that the boys, especially the Seshi Akontombra side, these are forest areas. So, the boys want to go into cutting trees, into logging. You are able to get the minister to get them license to log. But don't tell me, say, we don't hear Obia. Oh, boy. In this world, you always need people. License crowd open or be an ebema license, So it is not accurate. Say, you will not go to anybody to seek for help and Habibi. No, and it cannot happen.
The elections is in 2022, and 4 years will take you to 2026. So by 2026, we are watching youth organizer now we move on. What youth wing would you be handing over to the next national youth organizer?
I'll leave behind a very, very strong youth wing. I have no doubt in my mind that I'll leave behind a very, very strong youth wing. I'm falling short of using the word prosperous. I'm falling short of using the word, but youth winger, the youth organizers and the deputies, the commanders, can attest to it. Say, there's a change in our lives because once you be shabona, and yet for one particular constituency, one particular regional, and for 275 constituencies, and a boy made it your current 60 regions now the same bona show. So somehow, somewhat, you realize that promise doesn't hold. Woko Miami home constituency Tamale South. A good be in you. So if you come and promise me mining, you have not helped me anyway because there's no gold there. There's no diamond. There's no manganese. There's nothing there. What I say? So start youth organizer. Nobody there. How do you help that youth organizer there in Tamale South? Needing the yellow. But Sewoko, maybe it's a Mansu Edubiase. That is a mining area. Sewoko, the denture areas, any mining area. What I say? So that's how you can help them. Okay? So some of your community mining, you can now help them.
But how about when I tell you, sir, proceeds from all those businesses, would
you want me to interrogate?
Will be national youth wing. Will be national youth wing proceeds. In the event where you should be the Abua youth organizer. Obi,
I don't want to punch holes. person obiasem.
Okay. No, it's because we are talking about how do you help Obi or non-mining area with a promise to take the youth wing into mining. And America said the proceeds from mining can be used to help you to organize a baby.
You see, don't behave like a socialist.
Okay.
One cow for all, everybody. You see, Obi, anytime you say, my youngest will,
but of course, in your own youth project,
yes,
you have plans to go into entrepreneurship more.
Yes.
To be able to resource the youth wing.
Yes.
You also have those plans.
Yes.
Message where you say, Obi, the 2024 election is not a child's play, and the NPP as a party must jealously avoid a try and error game. With a sensitive position like the National Youth Organizer, SM is tried, tested and proven. He is undoubtedly the best bet for the NPP as far as the National Youth Organizer position is concerned. The NPP needs SM to bring his vast experience to bear on the party's youth wing for us to collectively break the 8. Kwabena, Adade, and Odiwe Abba. Let me see. We say, Obi, among, okay, and this is a supporter of one of your opponents, or if it's a Michael Osei Boateng has superior policies, and he would go for him. Where Nana Ekuyamwa Boateng, he's in a Blekuma Central. We say, Obi, good evening. Salam Mustapha has demonstrated the greatest knowledge, wisdom, patience, experience, kindness, toughness when needed. I mean, during opposition days and even in power. Indeed, Salam, aka, was it the Roadmaster?
That's Roadmaster.
Almost for the Roadmaster.
Because me
that's
put
the Roadmaster.
There's a movement.
Okay, Mad Lion, ewo ahafo DM and on the way I'm praying. This one says, Obi, so far, Salam, okay, I see you've not really impressed him. He still doesn't look to be on top of issues confronting the youth of the party. And also greetings to his boss, Aziz Harun Afuta, Kamal, also a Amasaman Bruni. Him say wouldn't even there, but he doesn't seem very enthused with you. My name is Jesse Boako from Mamprobi. I want to make my message short. This afternoon, we, the youth wing of this country, and TESCON members are ready to vote massively for Salam Mustapha as the next NPP National Youth Organizer. SM is a movement stronger than our party. Jesse Boako, Mamprobi, and Odiwe.
It's a movement.
Yeah. We say Salam Mustapha really knows what it is about to be a youth organizer. He is our best bet. Hamdan Abu Bakari from Tamale. Edia Odiabreye. Loads and loads of messages.
Traffic
we say Obi, the youth organizer position is not for fanfare or matrai makwe, but it is for people who are visionary, charismatic, devoted, and ambitious. Salam Mustapha possesses all these qualities, and we, the youth in the party, are fully behind him. Castro and Nanu Onowo in Sawem. This one says, SM is a movement nobody can stop. Delegate, let's make it a massive victory for Salam Mustapha. Happy birthday to Mrs. Suzanne L. Otu Agohom and Lady Jarul of Loyal Ladies, Farouk Tema. Obi, this is my first declaration since the NPP started its elections, from the polling station elections to the regional elections. I, Charles Ni Teiko, am declaring my support for Salam Mustapha to be the next national youth organizer of the NPP.
Hey, Anyami.
Where Charles Ni Teiko also our Tantra here.
That's right.
The first public declaration. That should be a huge endorsement.
That's a big one. Anyami.
We say Obi,
a fantastic guy.
Yeah.
Meaning me say Obi, you call Tamale say you young patriots demonstration. First time that the MPP was organizing a demonstration in Tamale in 2012. Me say with all the intimidation guy, Charles, guy no, a fantastic guy.
Tough.
Tough. Only I'm a party way.
We say Obi, Salam started this movement to serve the party youth in 2018. He's attended almost all the constituency, regional and national youth wing programs, including volunteer groups. He's facilitated more jobs and scholarships for many of our youth. Indeed, he's the roadmaster. As a director of programs at the National Youth Wing, I can confidently say Salam is the best man for the job. George Quatten in Adenta. We say Obi, Salam Mustapha is the man for the job. Aside JB, he's my best bet. Big Joe and Onodiwe Abba. We might have to end the message. Yes, I am sorry, Enko. But let me read this one. Na afi yetimi atwa. So Ekosiisen Swini. Haya Sempa 94.7 FM. Obi, fantastic submissions by SM. The youth project is very feasible and the way to go, especially with the entrepreneurship project. I also like the way he sticks to issues without attacking his contenders. Best wishes to him. SM is a movement. Emotion Communications Officer, NPP UK Bristol Chapter. And Odiwe Abba. We say, Obi, good evening. I must say Salam has showed class in this youth contest, and he's the right choice to lead the NPP. Mike Vu Edmond. Ediaode Abani. Salam, a minute or two. But before that, we say, Obi, I've known, worked, and studied Salam. He has the requisite expertise, experience, and the technical know-how to deliver the 2024 elections to the NPP. He's the man for the job. Where Jamaluddin here, PA to the sports minister. And or the way Abraying.
On fire cat as lost and ran a young Kobe.
Okay. Way every Paul de Sousa, minim se unimna. Paul de Sousa is a member of the NDC in Worcester, Massachusetts. Okay. Obi, Salam has only shown his violent and autocratic leadership style, combined with his body language, will lead to his defeat because of his open submissions. Even though I'm not a member of the NPP, I can confidently tell you the way he's speaking, he's already lost the position he's seeking for. Also, he's a violent person by all standards. Ghana does not need people of this violent nature to lead.
Yeah, but he belongs to a very violent party. Who are perpetuating violence in this country?
Obi, out of the list of all the candidates you called out, this gentleman, okay, that's a bit personal. But tell him breaking the 8 will continue to be a dream. Thank you, Paul de Suso, and on the way Abrey. And he insisted that I read the message out to you. Obi, Salam was in Wassa East in Dabuasi to grace and support financially the inauguration of the Wassa East Constituency Youth Wing in the Western Region. Aki Ewo Efia constituency and Odiwe.
That's true.
Obi, good evening. So far, the most humble candidate for the youth organizer position is Salam. I also declare my support for him. SM for life. We see a friend Adjoa Kunedu. My vote will go for Salam from Dr. KOG, Danubian Fashion Center. Salam, 2 minutes. Speak to your delegate because Ochina now aka 2 weeks to the elections.
Obi Medasi, I've been going around this country meeting youth organizers and deputies in TESCOM 4, and I've laid bare my plan to lead the National Youth Wing. I've showed them what I have developed, the youth project. I've developed a whole structure to take care of the National Youth Wing because I believe that structures make things work much better. I've shown it to my youth organizers and deputies in TESCOM 4. Right. One of the innovations I want to bring on board is that the National Executive Committee of the Youth Wing, let's add young MPs, CEOs, ministers, on it. You understand? And this is a game changer. And that's how to make sure that the opportunities that the youth wing yearns for, you have the very right people who sit on those opportunities, discharging them. So if Abu Jinapo, who is a young minister of state, who is under 40 and would be casting his ballot for the next national youth organizer of the party, he should be a member of the executive committee of the party, so that you understand exactly the feeling of the young people in the party. So when you ban, when there's such a ban on, say, mining, okay, and you want to help your young people, and you bring in community mining, the youth wing should lead in finding opportunities for the young people in this party. The same things. When it's part of the youth wing, licenses to say logging, we are able to get the guys to go through the right process to get the requisite license to log. You see, we must do things differently if we want to break the 8. We must think outside the box, because if we do things the same way, we will get the same results. But we must do things in the not ordinary manner to be able to break the 8. And resourcing the youth wing is one of them. Making sure that all of these people, the sports minister who is under 40, he should be a member of the executive committee of the youth wing. Look at a young man like Virus, the MD for State Housing. All his contribution to young people in this party. He should be on the executive committee of the youth wing. So I'm bringing on board CEOs, Director General of NLA. Sami is always ready to help young people. Kingsley Ajaman, Scholarship Secretariat. Francis Asenso-Boachi, Minister for Works and Housing. All of these young people. In fact, I've had discussions with Honorable Abna Asari, Deputy Minister Finance, and her colleague John Kuma.
Yeah.
Honorable Abna Asari, every clearance for employment, economy chain. Into hiano. What does here? Hiano. I say, you find an home so that in Juma Semba, you bet me the young people in the party. It's not just going to them. But opportunities are motivation. Sometimes a change. Into opportunities. Youth wing. Any the commanders are on home and the larger youth of the party. If we are going to break the 8, it is going to be because it must share memory crying. Say omonyi endi biom. Say and that their interest is at heart, is being taken care of, and they'll believe in us once more and follow us to break the 8. I also insist that a certain of youth organizers and deputies, any test conform, is so key. Bibia, I say and work assiduously hard to ensure that no more business especially we see we have normal school and normal school and all that. We should be able to establish businesses for some of them to be able to resource their youth wings and the ability to resource the youth wing. Experience are made network are made that would allow us to pool resources. The connections to ensure that all of the like of Eslo Owusunomo opportunities are Munche Martin Nana Prempe Minister for Energy Martin Opoku Prempe Omunyinano, we are able to harness the opportunities around them for the young people to benefit. And you need a national youth leader who is capable to, who has the connections, the network. I'll beat media abua. And yes, sir, you unite your own sapine. And yes, sir, Obi are winning national youth organizer we only network. Sister, you didn't know Alpha Town, say you didn't go Chiaway, you didn't go Chireway. And Mara the Makacha will say, and yeah, possible. So we say, media me you be me say Donald Trump grow a billionaire. I have fundraisers to raise money to run for his presidential bid. Obia in here, a support system. Okay. Because to that now won't mean on your owner. That support system should be there. And to take care of 275 constituencies. Obi and that form. He'll be a way bidder. Somebody who has been there. Somebody who has been tried and tested. And by the grace of God, I have all the requisite experience, all the requisite network, the ability to mobilize resources. That's what I'm putting on board the youth wing. And together with the plan that I bring, you can see that I have a whole structure for the for it that I have here.
On the youth project.
Yes. The National youth wing structure. Senior Nyamasibeko. So the youth wing executive committee, young MPs, ministers, CEOs in Akahono, because young ministers, CEOs, MPC, yako nyamin pengu ye lose elections because we all run to them in parliament. What I say? Look at the volumes of young people they carry. Into a interest, say the youth wing is working well, and that's why I say yemma omo is sinkunya omo betna CB na yemfa decisions are ebo party for ni na. Then the whole committee on welfare. I had bebua, the IC
Finance Committee, Student Committee,
yes.
Welfare Committee,
then, yes.
Research Data, International Relations and
the operations. Okay. Yes, the Student Committee. This TESCON thing, we cannot reduce TESCON to an election winning machinery. What I say, it must be a pot to nurture leaders for the party. Look at all these brilliant young men I've mentioned. Martin J. Mensah Kosa, Charles Oredu, His Excellency, and the High Commissioner to South Africa and Mauritius and Seychelles. All of them have been TESCOM president. Samia Wuku, Nana Binum, and all of them are my TESCOM president. Say, you think that man boamu, TESCOM that man boamu, ama omedru sampen so we it should be able to do for the same people who are in TESCOM today. And we cannot only pay attention to TESCOM during election time. When they own the TESCOM for so, we shouldn't do that. We should let TESCOM reflect the true values, principles, and ideals of the New Patriotic Party. That's why I'll take time and spin TESCOM on its head. Reform, transform it. Makacho say I'll build a database for them. Build an app database that will store all their information so that the party is able to keep communication with them, so that we don't break the communication. We school now. Call various places of domicile. When it's not communication now breaky now but we should be able to keep that communication with them at all times, and it's the database that is going to help us. And I've told them, look, we need to mentor them. Mentorship is key. Capacity building is key. Training workshops in some the youth organizers and the deputies, the TESCOM 4, let them understand what it means to organize, what it means to mobilize, what it means to canvass. Because we know because organizers who youth organizer. Come one yeah, that's your job. You have to organize. You understand? So you need to teach them how to mobilize and organize. Canvas and send your party. And all of these things are and I'm taking my time, analyzing youth into the youth project. And I'm in Chad boys the youth organizers and the deputies TESCOM 4 omoto abamami na me Dani national youth organizer me no mo be kofoma koye dwuma ama party no afa ne ntuma pafra, and also omoama setena ya ye bibia fa ho, because I followed conversations of other aspirants in nyina kwa welfare asem and omoka. It just say the welfare issues are important, critical. And my belief is that it is the battle to break the 8. Say person break 8 now sitting these young people and they are doing well. That's why for me, Mejidi said finding sustainable jobs for them to do one of the ways to go. Critical. Because there's nothing like a sustainable job. What I say, we need I was part of the delegation that went to the president. Me, Samuel Dominic Eduya, any 9 regional youth organizers, and I call president in China, I call chair president, and we told president that why I say Yemfa Mbwa the youth organizers. Yes, and it was done. Most of them who went to no more the requisite qualifications now were able to absorb them into YE and there so we have to do something more. Watch us here and say I'm born into something and not things that are highfalutin and share but something that is sustainable, that no matter what tambia and wait to make the day film. And I believe that is the way to go.
Very well.
And I believe that by the grace of God, if I become the next national youth leader of this party, I will take my time to build that strong, resilient, and a fearless youth wing that thrives on the potentials, the energies of young people in this party. And together we'll work and ensure that we deliver the elections. And that's why myself and my colleagues running for national youth organizer, and it's me co-campaign and attack any of my competitors. Me yesa. No me yesa dey me the infamy because me say abani dey yeri den ya ebetu awie. Yetu wie a sen na yebeka ye ho abom aye dwuma no. Emi eno any nia ehiame. So that let's go forward in a united front. And this is the year elections. Na bitterness be away mu, because ya can sem, against each other. I won't do it. So, baby Amakobia, I've stayed right on message. Nyamekana is about my experience. It's about my network. It's about my ability to mobilize. It's my youth project. What I can do to help the youth organizers and deputies, my TESCON people. And that's what I go to sell. And that's what so far has made the SM brand the strongest in this youth content. Because I've remained strong on message.
Salam,
and that's what is helping.
Let's wish you well. In him say, at 2 weeks' time, the elections will happen. And we wish you all the best. Meaning from here, round to be your own.
Yes,
and
in fact,
some few more pin up. What's away?
Yes, I didn't there until the campaign never stops. We'll keep moving. So we are roadmaster. I won't meet Nabi Bifako. Yes, yes, already know. We have other engagements in some other regions. Yashisha already. Yeah, better take you off to.
We wish you all the best. Wish you all the best
to those
hopefully,
places.
After
the next time we'll from me,
we'll talk again.
We'll from me as national youth organizer of the ruling New Patriotic Party. Now I know Sami Jefimo. Now I bet now I can't be trouble.
Fantastic. Ekosiisen so the higher FM. Yes.